Hi, this is Ben Finio, and in this video I will be showing how I built this Cedar Kids picnic table from scrap cedar decking boards. This design was inspired by this one from Anna White, which uses 1x6s and 1x3s, so I modified it slightly to get the same overall dimensions using these 6-inch decking boards instead. Alright, let's go over the cut list. I also have this on Instructables. If you click the link in the description, you'll find a PDF with a list of all the dimensions. This is made from 5/4 by 6-inch actual dimensions, 1 inch by 5.5 inch cedar decking boards. First, we've got 6 36-inch boards for the tabletop and the benches. We've got 2 36-inch boards with a mitered 30-degree cut on the ends for the bench supports. 2 22.25-inch boards with 30-degree miter cuts on the ends for the tabletop supports. And then 4 24-inch with 30-degree miter on both ends for the legs. And then finally, ripped in half, we have 2 30-inch pieces for the horizontal supports. You can see on the completed table I have here, there's going to be one down there which kind of acts like a footrest, and then one up there as a support under the tabletop. One of these I used a roundover bit with a router to round off the cut edge, because this will act like a footrest, or you might have kids kicking the bottom of it, and I didn't want a sharp edge there or anybody cutting their feet. So I'm going to assemble the top first upside down. I have my 4 boards spaced out with a slight gap in between them. I didn't even measure it, I just eyeballed it. Then I have these 2 22-inch pieces on the sides with a 30-inch piece connecting in between. So I'm going to clamp and screw in from the ends here on the 22-inch pieces into the 30-inch piece. That'll give me one big kind of eye-shaped piece. And then I'm going to do pocket screws into the bottom of the top through these side pieces, because I don't want any screws poking down through the top. That'll give me a nice smooth surface instead of having the screws visible on the eating surface. So you can see here we have the top, no screws visible, with those side supports screwed on from underneath, but we're actually going to flip it over again and keep working upside down to attach the legs. So for the legs, the nice thing here is you don't really have to measure their placement. You can just clamp them to the tabletop support such that the top corner of the leg is just flush with the inside edge of the boards on the top, so there's a little gap in between. So I'm going to clamp those on there, and then each one of these is going to get 4 holes and 4 screws. So now we have it flipped over, standing on all 4 legs. The next step is to attach the bench supports, which are going to be clamped to the inside of the legs like this, and it is a lot easier to do that, I found, if you cut yourself some supports. So these are just 5.5-inch long 2x4 scraps that I'm going to place here to support that piece so it can be level. I can clamp it here and then screw it on. So here's a view of that from under the table. You see I have these 5.5-inch 2x4 blocks holding this piece up. It is centered and then clamped onto the legs. I'm now going to again pre-drill and insert 4 screws in each side. Okay, so you can see now we have the support pieces for the benches attached. Next, I'm going to flip it over and attach the footrest piece for horizontal support. You could probably get away without this. I'm going to put it in there just for a little extra side-to-side wobble support. And again, it works out at a height such that small children can use it as a footrest. So here I have the table flipped over, and I'm lucky this piece is just held in place by friction because I made it a smidge too long, but if that didn't fit, you could use a large bar clamp to clamp the opposite bench supports together and hold that in place while you drill in screws through the ends. So now you can see we're almost done. Flip it right side up again, and now we are going to place on the benches. Again, you don't really need to measure much here, but these should be flush with the outer part of the bench support and then have about 2 inches of overhang on both ends. So I am just going to do screws through the top on these because I'm too lazy to do pocket screws and I don't mind that look. So once you get it lined up, you just drill 2 screws on each side and your benches will be attached. And there we have it. Last step will just be hand sanding all of the rough edges, because with little kids sitting at this, you don't want to risk splinters, but other than that, we are ready to go. So, thank you for watching. If you have a question or a suggestion on how to improve my lousy woodworking, please leave a comment on YouTube, and remember that you can click through to more detailed written instructions with drawings and pictures on Instructables at the link in the description. Thanks.